we go straight into it?
Straight into it.
Yes. Hello and welcome to a very romantic episode of Club Sandwich Podcast with me, Henry Southern.
And me, Jordan Sanger. I think we should speak
very
lower.
quiet. And are you doing a Nigella voice?
Yes.
She does have a sexy voice.
I know.
Yes. It's Valentine's Day week, which is very fun.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Before we get started, make sure to hit follow wherever you're listening. That'll mean you can be the first people to listen to each and every new episode.
Yes. And I'll read the next thing.
You're not going to keep up that voice, are you?
No, I'm bored of that now. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search Club Sandwich Podcast, etc., etc. All right, let's have some fun. Take off your clothes.
What?
I'm kidding. It's a Valentine special.
Love is in the air. Take off your clothes. Let's have some fun.
Let's get to the point.
Bloody hell. Right,
you want
before
to take
we get
off the
started,
pop it off. Pop your cherry.
Really, this is just an excuse for us to have a drink.
What does that actually mean, pop?
Pop your cherry?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what it means.
I think that means to lose your virginity, doesn't it?
Oh, God, don't do that. Right,
this is
moving
chaos.
on. This is, by the way, yes.
I actually think for entertainment value, it would be better for you to open it because
okay.
I put
don't
it very
worry,
seamlessly.
I'm good at popping it.
What are you doing?
Get the label in the shot.
You need to
sponsor us, please. Well, we won the Merit Award, didn't we?
Oh, yes. I know. What, for snogging in a hot tub? Is that all we've got now?
Well, that's romantic.
Yeah, it was.
Right, do you want to start with the headlines?
Can you not? I actually watched a video. I watched an interview with this guy from Love Island who had a cork pop in his eye.
Do you remember?
His eye in half.
Do you remember?
Can
we just do an anecdote whilst we do it? So Henry and I had a romantic, it has to be romantic, stay in Claridge's.
Open the bottle.
We had some champagne over breakfast and then we put this cork in the champagne. We were walking down Mayfair, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we heard a boom, bang.
Yeah.
And it was because a cork had blasted out the bottle.
Out of the bottle, yeah. Okay.
Right, you twist the bottle. When I worked at Warwick Castle, I made everyone else do this.
You're really holding me on, you're putting me on edge.
Oh! There we go.
Oh, that was
because we've travelled it here. Right.
You popped your cherry, darling.
Shut up, Henry. Do you want to tell us about the shape of these coupes?
Anyway, yeah, it's Marie Antoinette's breast, a coupe is.
Yeah.
That's the shape of it.
Yeah, it is. Why is it that shape?
But then I've seen various shaped coupes, so unless she had
a good surgeon.
Oh, thank you. For those listening, we're just having a drink.
Yes. Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day. Oh, you've poured it.
Not the microwave.
The microwave. It was all the Nigella talking.
Right, cheers.
Oh.
Right.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. All you lovers.
To the headlines.
Headlines. Jordan channels the spirit of John Donne, whoever that is.
John Donne.
Of Donne, whoever that is.
A discreet browse becomes a family affair. I don't even remember what that was.
No, neither.
No, I do know.
It's like last week's episode talking about bloody Nemo. And we open clinic in club counselling.
Are you a romantic, Henry?
Are you a romantic? You know what?
Yeah.
Prior to meeting you, genuinely, I wasn't.
Weren't you?
Like before, I mean, I always thought it'd be quite nice, but most of the time I was quite happy being a single Pringle.
Yeah.
And then a bit of a lone wolf. I'd often go and sit in restaurants on my own at the counter with my martini and a bowl of pasta.
You were a strong independent queer,
I loved my independent life.
Yeah.
And then you had to come around and bloody ruin it.
But the thing is, I think I've become less romantic since meeting you.
Great.
No, because, it's all about the thrill of the chase, isn't it? When I was young...
The thrill of the chase.
When I was young...
it wasn't hard to chase me, darling. I was pining over you on national television for weeks.
I know. We're going to mention that all the time. But when I was young, Jane Austen, the Bronte sisters, John Donne, all the other poets, I would read those in English.
Onto poetry later.
English literature. And I'd think, wow, this is incredible. Oh, yes. Dancing around, Vaughan Williams blasting in my ears. Because the module we studied at A-level English was called Romance Through the Ages. And so in my head, I had this very romantic conception of what love was. And then, of course, I went onto Yellow Facebook upon moving to London.
Yellow Facebook? Do you want to explain what that is?
Not really, no. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Well, you shouldn't fucking know.
I actually have never had it.
Oh, and then I just realised that love doesn't really exist, but it doesn't exist in that refined
doesn't
form.
exist.
Not in that refined form.
Right.
Of the.
Ironically, I think the Valentine's episode is going to be the episode which ruins our relationship.
But, gosh, how many times have we used that? But when I first met you, and it was the honeymoon period, wasn't it? Coming out of Big Brother, and I wrote all this romantic poetry. We'll get onto that shortly, grudgingly. But now I'm just,
but they're a good. I think they're a good. What are the benefits of being in a couple? I like sharing wardrobes as a couple. I'm wearing Jordan's jumper right now. It's fabulous.
I think we've reached that almost. We've gone off the romance. We're onto that pragmatic stage now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like the old married couple. You make me tea, I make you tea.
Yeah, and I like that if you cook,
Yeah.
the other will do the washing up, and vice versa. Unless it's me, which I'm not very good at doing the washing up.
Yeah, and we have a snuggle. We do this, we do that, but it's not fire. God, this is going bad. I've only had a sip. No, but it's not like. No, it is passionate. I don't even think we should be talking about this. No, okay, right. Let me rephrase that point. I think we've become comfortable, haven't we?
I feel like I'm watching a car crash in slow motion.
No, but we've reached that comfortable. We're like the siblings.
Siblings?
I'm kidding.
What is wrong?
I'm kidding.
We're like brothers.
No, we're not. That's
If you
illegal.
just bro-zoned me.
No, do you know what I mean? That we've become very comfortable.
I've really struggled to understand your point.
Like, I'm not running through the streets of London with rain thrashing down on me anymore. Not like I ever did.
You still post soppy posts.
Yeah, when you're away. But, I'm not running over mountains to come and find you because we've got...
All right, maybe I need to keep you on your toes a bit more then.
What is your love language?
Well, yours certainly isn't winking. Can you give the camera a wink, please, just to show? This is Jordan's wink. Try again.
You give it a wink.
Yours is like, you always look like you're struggling a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh. What?
You're having it's either a twitch. It wouldn't work.
Oh, winking is sleazy anyway. If you wink at people, don't.
It wouldn't work with me.
No.
Yeah, like back in the day, obviously prior to meeting your love of your life and soulmate.
Yes.
What were like your flirting techniques?
What were my flirting techniques? Overly romanticizing the person.
Oh God.
I know. No, not flirt. No, well, you know how I can speak in a very flawed...
What, in like a baby reindeer kind of way?
No! Disclaimers, anything said in this episode might not be true or representative of the situation beyond these four walls. No, because I'm quite flowery in my ways at times.
Yeah, I think so.
Ergo.
Yeah.
But just say, you chastise me with your looks.
Chastise? What? You would say that? We don't live in Shakespeare's sort of Britain.
Yeah, I know. And that's where I was going wrong because guys, notoriously, it's like, you okay? Yeah. Yes, how are you, good fellow? You want a shag. And that's it. It's transactional.
Why were you talking to them in like that oldie worldy language?
Because I used Yellow Facebook as a dating app, which I should not have.
What?
This is a problem in the gay world.
Jesus Christ.
What were yours? Come on, give me... how would you flirt?
To be honest,
hey, do you want to go Soho House?
I could probably count on like two hands how many first dates. Like I've not been on many first dates.
Yeah, flirting. It never really worked for me. I had to go on reality TV. Same with you.
And love language. Should we talk about
language.
That?
Oh,
we did the test.
Yes.
Didn't we? Apparently, my love language is physical touch. And that's probably
that's
accurate,
true.
isn't
That
it?
is true. And
like, I like a handhold.
Yeah, you love. You're very needy.
I like a cuddle.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. And your love language is gift giving, you superficial
I love
bastard.
A gift. I do. I mean, you're wearing my superficial jumper at the moment.
Gifts.
Although that jumper, I do love it still, I wore this ugly chap wearing it around Harrods.
Oh, did it ruin it for you?
Well, no, that sounds so mean. Not an ugly chap, sorry. He just looked like...
Come on, Jordan.
No, he just looked hideous.
It's all about love, this episode.
Oh, I need to be careful what I say.
Danny, I bought you some flowers from the shop the other day.
Yeah,
and you literally cunt like that ass.
Henry? No, but actually, Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but every time you bought me something, I do appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
And so what have you brought me for this Valentine's? Because I bought you something.
Oh, yes, I bought you. Do you want to go first?
So I have purchased... I mean, you were in M&S with me, so you kind of know. But little Henry Bear.
I mean, it's probably the most innocent-looking one that M&S have at the moment.
Yeah, I didn't get
because all the others are very phallic.
No,
there's like a banana with like.
But I did get a very.
You look appealing, and then there was the arrow one that kind of just looked like a knob.
But I did get a very phallic-shaped sandwich. So you'll see that later. Also, to the guy in Harrods who I was just criticising, don't be offended. We're all friends here.
We're over that now.
I just don't think money can't buy you class, evidently.
We're at gift
right,
giving.
There you go. That's Countess Luann. Put that next to your head.
What is why is it Spencer Bear? Is that just...
I know, it should be Henry Bear, shouldn't it? But doesn't that look... It's uncanny, isn't it?
What you saying?
And you've got your heart, because you ripped out your heart to give it to me.
You're saying I look like the Spencer Bear? Right, okay.
So what did you get for me?
I have bought you some love coupons. These are all redeemable by the end of the year. If you just want to...
Wait, did you type all these out?
If you just want to read them out.
Did you type these out?
Yes, darling, the gifts for you.
No wonder you don't do any washing up. You're busy
read them
fucking
out.
around with this. Free pass to win an argument. Use wisely and parenthesis. I mean, I usually do win anyway. I will pretend to be interested in classical music for a full 5 minutes. Don't need that. Classical music for me is a very personal experience. I'd rather you just stayed out of it.
Okay.
Don't need that one. This is a get out of jail free card, except it doesn't work and you're still in trouble.
Yeah.
Valid until 30. Well, you see, I don't think I'll be needing to redeem any of these tokens.
Is there only 3? I thought there was another one. Oh, well.
No. I was expecting a fucking ring or something. And I've got these.
Oh, no, there is a 4th one.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
One cleaning session where I will actually put effort in and not just move things around. No, because you won't do it right. So I don't want to redeem any of these
happy
tokens.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's. There we go.
Well, why are you giving them back?
I redeem them all. But anyway, I have something more special to you than anything superficial, anything about exchange.
Yes.
Let's get away from the commercial and let's go on to the romantic. I'm going to read to you
a
little poem.
Is this one I've seen before?
Yes, it is. No, I couldn't be asked writing a new one.
Jordan went through a phase if ever I had to flee to the Cotswolds.
Yes. Oh, Jordan, see, that's when I was more romantic.
Jordan would be posting love poetry on his Instagram story, and I think he's comparing me to a fucking swan.
I'd have
today.
A glass of wine,
he's comparing me.
He's left me.
He's comparing me
for
to a plastic bag in the wind tomorrow.
I know the simple things.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't take.
Go on then. I'll try my best not to cringe.
Darling, it's very. John Donne, when he used to write his love poetry.
Who the fuck's John Donne?
Metaphysical poet, darling.
What do you mean a metaphysical poet?
I've gone onto the wrong Instagram page.
What is a metaphysical poet?
He described his love for someone as everyday mundane things like a flea.
A flea?
Yes.
If you wrote a poem referring to me as a flea...
No, because it's already been done.
That is like...
Well, I haven't done that.
A flea?
Yes, because it comes and sucks your blood. Like in love. Darling, don't be so melodramatic. You called me melodramatic for this poetry. Right, Swamp to Swan. This is a very wholesome
What's
one.
it called?
Swamped to Swan.
Oh, yes. I think I remember this.
Right.
I like being a swan. I don't like being a flea.
Right. Oh, gosh. Let me have some Dutch courage. I'm nervous. That Black Mirror episode about the dating is really good.
Oh, yes, it is. Anyway, stick to the point.
Okay. Right. Murky can be the waters of grandeur, yet thereupon we glide effortlessly. Our jewel-drenched hearts dispel any meander. Indeed, from the shrubbery you rescued me. Should I go on?
Yeah.
Right. 6 more lines. Your enchanting eyes do glisten and gleam, whilst your feathers caress my conscience.
They what?
Shut up. That's not part of the poem. When what? If you
I'm
had
not
anything to say,
anything.
If you had anything to say, it would be written in the poem. It's not, so listen. When as one we make an elegant team, plus you grin and guaff, I can't even say the bloody word, and I wrote it, at my nonsense. Swamped I am no longer, for with you a swan I feel too, yours for every new day.
Oh.
Is that it?
Very sweet.
Okay.
Do I give you a little applause?
No, well, okay, right. That's why I stopped.
I think it goes over my head.
No one cares about poems anymore. They only care about
sometimes.
TikTok.
Is that right?
Yeah, we're a ruined generation.
It is sweet. And
Yeah.
I know you were just expressing yourself in a different way.
Right.
Can we do another one?
Yeah, give us another one. Well asked, Ed.
Yeah, well, okay, well, I'm in demand.
Like to drink no whiskey.
Shut up, Henry. Right, this one's to do with sandwiches almost. Butter just one side. Right, are you listening?
Are you referring to me as a sandwich now?
Listen.
Why wasn't this the first one you read? It's very
This is on
suitable.
brand. I'm giving the listeners and the viewers more. You toasted my bread. You're right in the head. Both sides indeed, for there's neither duality nor any spirituality about you. Just you, with only kindness and loving. Don't let's rhyme with F, so fucking. I simply adore the hugging. Thank you, but not as much as I adore you for toasting my bread and buttering it too. So the meaning is we have a very wholesome relationship.
Where did you come from? This is crazy.
You should have asked that on a Supernatural.
Are you, what the hell?
I love history books. I love literature.
I have to say that is one, sorry to get soppy saying, that was one thing that kind of maybe was one of the big draws to you was like, who is this like quirky guy? Eccentric.
And I mean, with you, it's, your charisma.
Uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
No, your charisma. Yeah, that's what I'm going to give you a compliment. A few compliments. Your charisma. I'm still on charisma. You've got lots of charisma.
You've run out of things.
I find you quite tolerable.
You find me quite tolerable.
Our minds meet in the middle. You're very.
You tolerate me.
Yeah, yeah. I love. Yeah.
Stick to the love poetry, actually. That was better.
Exactly. That's how I express myself. I can't express myself with common parlance, okay?
We're still on the bread basket.
Right, let's move on.
Right.
I'm cheesed off now.
Cheesed off.
What cheeses you off about Valentine's or love?
I think for me, it is theme, like honeymoon sweets. Anytime a hotel tries to make something romantic, like the petals, like and often in a hot country, if you go on holiday and you I was once accidentally put in a honeymoon suite as like
accidentally?
A single. Yeah, I
Which
walked
sugar
in,
daddy was this?
and there was like chocolates like everywhere, and the flowers had clearly been in the sun for ages. And it just stank of a funeral home.
Morgue.
A morgue. It was awful. And we had a bit of an experience with this, didn't we?
A PR invitation to a sex hotel.
Last year, we were invited. Henry, we would love to invite you and Jordan to this hotel for Valentine's Day treat. And we thought, that's very sweet. We'll go along. We arrive in the room, and we do have some videos, which if you're watching this, we'll be showing now.
Mum, Henry and I are horrified. We've just checked into this 5-star hotel. What the heck is that?
What a passion dive.
I don't want to know.
What the heck?
There's a massage table, Mum, in the room.
We walk inside, and on the bed were a plethora of items, including a whip, I
mean, do they know who we are?
what else was there? You got it on there. There was all sorts. There was the whip was
whip,
the most
one
famous.
of those gag things. The stuff you shove in orifices. Who do they think we're bringing to this?
I know, and there was also just this very strange bed. Like there was another bed in there, which because apparently they told us that someone was going to come massage us.
And then someone did come and massage you, this masseuse. I thought I need to leave this room, so I went in the bathroom and edited our Morrison's brand thing we were doing, and I left you with this masseuse. She had you,
and she
naked.
had me.
Yeah, and she was taking pictures of your backside.
She took a photo, not on my backside.
Not your back. Sorry, your back. The side where your back's on.
She took a photo of my back and posted it online. That's just crazy.
I know.
And then it went all over Twitter, and it was like, Henry's having a massage in his bedroom with rose petals surrounding.
Yeah, and the bed looked like a hospital bed.
It was, and then Jordan started posting very lots of Instagram stories.
And then you got a panicked call, didn't you?
And we got a call, is everything okay? Is everything okay? He said,
no.
Oh.
She had kids in the car, so we couldn't be very graphic with what we were experiencing.
It's like, she was like, what's in the room? I was like, there's a fucking whip.
Yes.
There's a butt plug. There's horrendous.
We don't need those instruments.
No judgment to people that enjoy partaking.
But later on, I think 11 p.m., we invited 2 burly men into the room.
Not in a weird way.
To remove the bed.
No, yes, not to do anything else.
Because I was not sleeping in the bed with looking at this morgue bed. It was honestly a traumatizing experience. The breakfast was somewhat decent, though.
It was really traumatizing.
Yeah.
Apparently they were doing this naughty or nice thing, but they clearly decided we wanted naughty rather than nice.
Well, we did not want naughty. We were very wholesome.
Yes, exactly. And I'll talk later, but you know, there's some fan fiction out there about us, right?
Yes.
One of the stories is about what happened in that hotel room.
Well, do you want to read some of it now?
I can do. God, this is just...
I mean, this will be far from the truth because I can confirm nothing happened.
Right.
We were too creeped out. That's probably too much detail as it is.
The Valentine's Hotel. Now, the summary is a fanfic based on that series of stories at the Valentine's Hotel.
Yes. The Valentine's Hotel. You make it sound so sweet and innocent.
Here are some quotes. I fear those toys are haunting us, Henry. Henry rubbed Jordan's head, fingers running through his hair.
We should rub it back.
Don't fret, I'll protect you, darling. He began to gather the toys from under him to clear the bed. Perhaps the martinis had gone to his head, but Jordan felt his hand grab Henry's... Well, maybe not all the toys have to go. Henry's cheeks...
I need my smelling salt.
Henry's cheeks flushed slightly as he giggled. He held up the handcuffs with a glint in his eye.
I've never read any of this.
Oh my God, this is just absolutely crazy. I don't know if I can do more.
Can we just confirm all the toys they gifted us stayed in that room?
Yes, they did. Oh God, their tongues slid together while their movements became more desperate. Jordan felt dazed as Henry broke the kiss and sat up straddling.
Straddling? What is that? Like a... Oh, right.
Oh my God, why am I doing this? I actually can't.
Yeah.
I think maybe we leave it there. All I'll say is it gets very graphic. If you want to read more, then it's on a popular fan fiction website, apparently. Yeah. I mean, there's others. There's one that like talks about what would have happened if Big Brother lasted 2 weeks longer. There's one that conspiracy is a... Oh, it's really weird. Okay. Some of it's really scary.
Moving on.
There's one here called Watch Me, Bitch. I don't know what that's about.
Right.
Never take your lover to a bar, especially not if your lover is Jordan motherfucking Sanger.
Right, what do I do in a bar?
If you're Henry Southern. I don't know what that means. Who's doing this? This is us in a nightclub, apparently.
Freedom toilets have people sat in them. Guarding. There's no funny business in those. Right, moving on.
Oh, lots of love bite. Do you remember the love bite phase? That was bad.
Yes. We didn't wear roll necks in the last episode because we were concealing anything. We wanted to look like the people who talk about conspiracy theories.
Last week? The one we recorded last week, yeah.
The one we recorded last week. So my prepared peeve is dating apps. Because for me, dating apps were always futile. You'd match with someone, and the most you get is a hello, and that will be it.
The small talk can be a bit crazy,
yes.
Can't it?
I hate small talk. I abhor small talk, but no one was giving small talk.
I saw there's a new dating app where you match from your profile. You don't message. You it simply puts in a date in each of your diaries, and then you just meet. So there's
no, I wouldn't.
There's no
that.
chat.
No, because what if you're not physically attracted to them?
You wouldn't have matched. You know what they look like, and they've got a profile. But you don't have to have
that chap in Harrods wearing my dual jumper. If I turned up, the aforementioned. If I turned up and he was sat there, I'd be gone.
Why are you being so nasty to this chap?
I'm trying to dig myself out the hole.
He's got a really lovely heart.
No, I haven't. He hasn't. No, I haven't. Freudian slip.
Sleep.
No, right, okay. Dating apps. They're just useless.
They're a bit superficial, aren't
they? Yeah, they are superficial, and everyone has that same answer.
Yeah.
Talk to me if you think life's a simulation. It's like, oh, you're so fucking deep.
What? Someone said that? People would say
Those
that.
are people.
I did love on Hinge when you got like the voice prompts. And, I mean, I would never had one, but a voice prompt. But I would always love, even if like it wasn't someone I was interested in, I'd always listen to every single one just to cringe me out of it.
Well, I think I put people off with my voice prompts.
Did you have voice prompts?
Yeah. I thought I'd let people know what they're in for.
What were your voice prompts?
It's like, oh, hello.
What? Were you reading poetry on your voice prompts? Go on. Do tell.
And when people use out-of-date photos...
It's the Valentine's episode. What were your voice prompts?
When people use out-of-date photos... I mean, I did it, but still. But yeah, I found dating apps...
Yeah.
But I guess dating apps...
I had that Raya one as well before.
Oh, the rich bitch one.
Well, it's not that. I don't
know.
No,
it is. Isn't it the exclusive
it's
one?
Just a bit, yeah, there's like a bit of vetting involved.
Yeah, they didn't invite me.
Yeah, but everyone was like a philanthropist or a tech founder.
Oh, God, it's like being at Soho House.
Oh, why are you mentioning...
Sorry, being at Bleep House. Henry's going to be pissed. Yeah. Redacted. No, but I'm not convinced by my own because I think dating apps are necessary in society. Well, they're not necessary, but, you know, they always used to do it. They used to write it on papers and all that. Have you seen that Carry On film? Carry On Loving is a brilliant film. It's about a dating agency anyway. Because they used to have agencies in the middle, but now it's all apps. Anyway, I'm with you.
Very quickly.
Yeah, the chopping board. I think we should chop honeymoon suites because I've had personal experience. You've had personal experience. Yeah.
Perfect. Honeymoon suites chopped. Now it's on to slices of our lives.
Yeah, slice of our lives.
What stories do we have to tell?
The sex shop experience. And so this is where...
Oh my God.
Intimacy becomes a familial affair. It's not with Nemo, but it's with the sex shop in Soho. Henry and I were just walking around one night.
There's loads of sex shops in Soho, aren't there?
Yes.
And we've never, in all the years, I've always walked past. Going, oh God, I wonder what goes on.
Oh God, imagine if it could go in there.
And I think we'd had a few drinks, didn't we? And we thought, oh, should we just see what it's like? Should we go inside?
Yes.
And we did. And we thought, let's be really subtle. I know let's just be very subtle. We don't want anyone to spot us. As soon as we walk in,
the shop assistant spotted us.
Shouted across the place.
Yes. Oh my God, I love you guys.
Said, I need to call my mum right now. She was FaceTiming her mum. And we were talking to her mother on FaceTime, and all I could see in the background behind me was just all these things, memorabilia.
Her mother was lovely though, wasn't she?
She was.
But I've never FaceTimed anyone's mum in a sex shop. I'd never been in a sex shop on the first
Would you go back into one?
No, we didn't make any purchases.
No.
Because we don't need them, and also... God, I feel like I'm all red.
Yeah, I've gone. Maybe it's the champagne.
But also, yeah.
It's been very revealing.
It was awkward, wasn't it?
Why is the next point on my card, Jordan wrote this point, separate beds? Are you trying to suggest we sleep in separate beds?
What are your views on separate beds? I don't mind sharing a bed with you. I mean, we are together. Yeah. And that new bed is comfortable. But what are your views on separate beds further on in the marriage?
Oh, you trying to? Is it just separate beds? Is it more than separate?
Well, we have separate knives and forks and plates, so why not a separate bed? I sit on a different chair to what you sit on. Sometimes we share the sofa.
Well, Helena Bonham Carter and Tim Burton lived in separate houses with a bridge that connected both of them.
How did that work for them? I mean, they no longer got together. Yeah.
So it didn't work out for them.
No.
I think they're quite amicable, though.
Yeah.
And I think Prue Leith lives in a separate house to her husband in the Cotswolds, and they meet up for breakfast.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. But
what are your takes on the institution of marriage as a whole?
I feel like if we did that, you'd just be sending love poetry.
Who, to you?
Yeah.
No, I've done that. Not to anyone else either.
Yeah.
But what are your views on the institution of marriage? Is it archaic? Do we still need it? Do you get tax benefits? I know gays are allowed to marry now.
You sound like what is wrong?
As homosexuals, bisexuals, whatever, we're allowed to wed. So what are your views on that? Because you still haven't bloody proposed to me.
I mean, I'd hope to get married one day. Would you?
What's in it though?
What's in
and
it?
you get a ring.
A nice party.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would want to make a whole party about myself. I guess it's about us.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, but what are we doing now then?
What do you mean?
Well, we're committed now, so what will marriage change?
Oh, I don't know.
Should we just not get married? I don't understand.
Well, if you don't want to.
But what does it?
You heard it here first.
What benefits does it get? Because how much is our life going to change if we're married? I can say to my husband, we call each other husbands anyway.
Okay, Jordan doesn't want to get married, so that's fine.
But I guess we are already married. It's not a lavender marriage because that's something else.
I don't know. We'll have to look into the benefits. I think it was more an emotional thing for me rather than...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with that.
This is so weird. You're basically just telling me you do want to marry.
No, but I don't see what it would change.
No, wouldn't change anything.
But what... maybe...
Date etiquette.
Oh, come on. We were talking about... Okay. When my plan was, when you get the cloche, you lift it up and there'd be a Haribo ring under it.
Oh.
Anyway, date etiquette. Is dinner too stressful for the first date? Because in my mind, you'd always go on your first date to dinner. But apparently that's not the norm.
Dinner is way too... And in fact, I think I made that mistake the very first date I had in our life. I went for dinner with someone.
Where'd you go?
It was just far too much.
Where'd you go?
To a restaurant.
Which one?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
And
I bet it's close.
It was too much because I think a coffee or a drink is good.
Yeah.
A drink probably. Actually.
Yeah, not a coffee.
I think I was a bit nervous. Dutch courage.
Really?
But then I've ended up on, as I told you,
All right, go and just tell the story. I'll have a drink.
I went on a date at 6 p.m. in London for dinner, and then all of a sudden we're in Paris. It's very bizarre. And I'm like, my mum.
You slept on a bench.
My mum called me and Henry, why is it an international? Why is it the dial out code? I said, I ended up in Paris. Very strange. It didn't work out.
No, I'm not surprised. Far too exhausting for a first date.
That is quite a lot. That's quite a lot for a date, isn't it?
Yeah, my first...
I'll do that. We could do that together.
I remember... We
could do a date where we end up in another country.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be that exciting, would it?
No. You're really
we could...
I think we're going to be split up by the end of this episode.
And we've got a few weeks until this episode's out. So. But also, dates... I was stood up by my pizza out. We've spoken about that on the podcast, haven't we?
I think it was on the unreleased pilot.
Maybe, but when I was young, I don't know. I said I would take you to Pizza Hut. Then I was.
And you got stood up.
Yeah, and then this strange guy came over, not the one I was going on a date with, and just started rubbing my hands. And then I was forced to give him my phone
Wait, he was rubbing your hands?
Yeah, and he was just looking at me with piercing eyes.
What? A stranger came over.
He was known to the police.
A stranger came over and started rubbing your hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we were on Grimsby High Street, and it was just all cold.
The glamour.
Yeah, I was waiting out there for an hour.
Oh.
And then that's before I even took alcohol.
What was who were you going on? Was it your
I'm not going to
date?
reveal the identity, but a year later they were begging me.
Did you still have a pizza?
No, I got home, had a Chinese. It was just as satisfying. But other dates, yeah. I once went on a date with an older chap.
Oh, yes.
And he told me to stop frowning because when I'm his age, who would say is that?
I feel like it's quite hard to get you to stop frowning, isn't it?
Yeah, at least you're accepting or at least you acquiesce. But, yeah.
What did this older, and then I think you told me about what this older gentleman put on the very strange way.
What did I say?
Call me by your name.
Oh, no, that was a hookup. Well, okay, so once my mum, she didn't pimp me out, but we were out in Soho. I think this was with my night of call to the bar. So, we had this very official ceremony in Temple Church. We walked past there the other day, didn't we? According to the bar, Mr. Jordan James Sanger. And then my mum and I, we went out afterwards. And for some reason, we ended up in Soho. God knows why. It's not like I'm a raging homosexual. And she just set me up with this guy, and then we went back to his place.
What, you and your mum?
No, my mum went off elsewhere. I don't know where she went. She was still out for a few more hours after I'd left. But we went back to his place and he put on Call Me By Your Name. And I just felt so fucking offended. I thought, what the fuck you put this on? Because anyway, that film is a bit...
Did you feel like
it's all legal.
He was trying to do some kind of role play or something?
Yeah, and I didn't want to be Timothée Chalamet in that moment.
Oh, at least you know his name.
Yeah. And
so I think we... Right.
No, I didn't... Oh, yeah. Timothée Chalamet. But then we took...
Chalamet.
Yeah, whatever. We put the film... I think we put Lord of the Rings on or something.
Wow, lovely. Nothing like some orcs to get you
No,
going.
that was actually quite a decent hookup back in the day. But anyway, moving on.
What the hell?
What are your views? I love watching first dates and dinner. No, I like watching first dates when it's a wholesome older couple, especially when they're widowed. I don't like that they're widowed.
Especially when they're widowed.
No, but when they're reflecting on like, Ma Barry. If Ma Barry were here, he'd want me out doing it. We've got another thing we can talk about too. Let's just do it now. So if I died or if you died.
What? Back to death.
How many minutes in are we? Well, we got back to death now. But if one of us died, would the other one be happy? Because if I died, I'd want...
Would the other one be happy? Is that your question?
No, but if I died, touch wood, I wouldn't mind if you went out and... I mean, give it a week. Give 2 weeks. No, give me a month, actually. Yeah, young death, that's heartbreaking.
No, I'll give you longer than a bloody month.
2 months. What are we talking? Just for practical reasons.
What are you trying to work out what's acceptable?
No, what I would want you to be happy with someone else. That's a romantic point.
Yes, I'd want you to be happy with someone else.
No, I wouldn't find anyone though.
Well, there we go. I'm happy we got somewhere. We've signed a pact with one of us dies soon.
Where's the dotted line? No, but neither of us are dying. This is what's gone on.
I don't know.
I've only had a few sips. Dinner date. I love the show Dinner Date.
Oh, yeah.
You and I can never go on celebrity dinner date, though.
Why? Because we're not celebrities.
Funny, but I like that. And the couples never stay together. Right.
What is going on?
Relationship time frames.
What does that mean?
What? So in a relationship. Can we talk? The listeners might be using this as advice. So in a relationship, what are the time frames?
What do you mean?
So you go on a first date. What's acceptable on a first date? Because the Vicar of Dibley, Dawn French, when she says she only ever kisses on the first date, or it might be a hug.
Yeah, I'd do maximum kiss on a first date.
Yeah. And then when do you get to second base?
I don't think there are strict rules.
No, but I'm asking you for your views.
Well, I just judge it on case by case basis. Other than that, I wouldn't go beyond a kiss on the first date.
Never.
No. I know. Virgin Mary.
Well, you're not. Not with all the toys in that room. Sorry, this is such a smutty episode. Henry, can we just go back to
you nursing your coop?
I fucking need it right now. I don't have any smelling salts in here. So, so you've been with someone, for 2 years. Is it too early to propose marriage?
Well, if that someone isn't interested in getting married, then it wouldn't even be a point, would it? What else? What would be your timelines?
Well, I would just say case by case basis. I'm with you.
That's a really pointless point. Anyway, club counselling. We have
the X-rated edition.
We've asked you lot to send in your relationship dilemmas.
Your saucy stories.
Yes. Wonder and woe.
Wonder and woe. We need words beginning with S. We need the sibilancer.
Right. Last Valentine's Day, I was asked out for a lovely meal by a guy that I had a crush on for a while.
Ooh.
We had a lovely meal. It was going great. And he was looking at me, smiling. And I thought he really liked me as he couldn't take his eyes off me. He dropped me home and he went off home. When I went into my house... What? When I went into my house and looked into the mirror, and to my horror, I had a big piece of spinach stuck between my front teeth. I could have cried. I think that put him off. How do I overcome this fear of going for another romantic meal without panicking about something being stuck between my teeth? Advice needed. Thank you.
No, I don't like him. I think he's dishonest.
Really?
Once he saw that piece of spinach, instead of gulping...
He should have said it.
Yeah, he should have said that. So your relationship, he's never going to say it. Don't do
It's
it.
interesting. I was going to instantly go for foods that are easily digestible, that won't get stuck into any crevices. But I think the more important thing is enjoy your food, whatever you're having.
Yeah.
But the other person should be more honest.
Yes. So you're a joke to him.
Fucking hell.
Well, he
Yes,
was
anonymous.
Yeah.
You're being treated
He's
like a
taking
mug.
you for a ride.
Yes.
Literally in his car as well.
Yeah. There is another one if you want to read the next one.
I'll yeah. So we solved that Anonymous.
Phenomenon.
From Anonymous. Another Anonymous.
Oh. Maybe it's the other guy's perspective.
So
Maybe it's like, I was at this restaurant and this girl had
spinach
in her teeth.
Don't they teach you how to eat? So many years ago, a guy I knew who was the same age as me, about 20 at the time. What? A guy I knew who was had a threesome involving my mate's ex-BF and my mum. Red flags.
Wait, what?
Right.
Sorry.
Right, let's go. Are you following?
Can you just
We've
go
got a
back?
third.
Can you just back up again?
Right, there's a little triangle going on here.
What, between their ex-boyfriend and their mum?
A guy I knew who was the same age as me, about 20 at the time, had a threesome involving my mate's ex-BF and my mum. The boyfriend, the mum, the guy. So the mum's a bit of a... No, I can't say that because it's her mum.
Okay, carry on.
Years later on, the leader... Why is she having sex with...
Just carry on.
Years later on, the lead up to the Valentine's Day, he started messaging me, asking me if he could take me out for a drink or if I would like to come round to his. I turned around and said, "You do realise I know you've had my mum. You ain't having me. We're close, but not that close."
It's like a soap opera.
I mean, that is weird though, isn't it?
I'm your mother.
But like he has been down the same canal as her.
Canal? That's not very nice imagery.
But opposite directions. You get it, though. I'm not even being funny. But she's got a point where she says that you've been...
What the... I
don't know why the threesome had to be mentioned.
I don't know what to say.
I turned around and said, "You do realise I know you've had my mum. You ain't having me. We're close, but not that close." It's like two passing ships. I don't know. What's her mum?
Yeah, I think
their mums.
I think stay away from... I mean, you'd be annoyed enough if you're
Wait, this could be a guy too.
Yeah.
Because it's anonymous.
I know, possibilities are endless.
Inclusivity. But, yeah.
I don't really know what to say other than that I hope you're okay and
Yeah.
that you've got a good sort of support group around you.
Yeah. I mean, your mum must be...
Yeah.
You're doing well for her age.
Right.
Now we've reached the... Henry, I was trying to do a proper introduction. It's phallic shaped. It's Valentine's.
What is that?
You think I left everything in that hotel room? I knew we'd be here
Jesus Christ.
a year later, so... Oh.
Both in
Anticlimactic.
tin foil. Yeah. Some are bigger than others. That is
Oh, this is dainty.
dainty.
It looks like a Betty. It was...
Oh. Oh. Really?
Now that's a proper meaty...
That is a meaty sausage, that is.
I had to cut it in half because I
Why-
put the baguette in the air
I've just got
fryer
the
this
smell
morning.
of the ketchup, which was a bit jarring. Why?
That's a Gloucestershire sausage from a counter at Waitrose. Right, let me see.
What have you got?
Strawberries
Yes.
and chocolates.
Chocolate covered strawberries are very Valentine's. And it's brioche bread.
Oh,
So it's like a sweet sandwich. They do this in Japan. It's like a sando. Yeah.
Club Sanga. Sando.
Club Sando. Okay, I'm really not going to enjoy this because I don't know why. I have a weird thing about cold.
Do you want to see? I actually got a picture, Henry. Just
of
before
what?
you eat it, before you devour that monstrosity. Those are the sausages this morning. Now that's a good Valentine's Day right there.
You're being smutty now. Right.
It's a Gloucestershire sausage.
There's no elegant way of doing this.
I want to bite after you.
You've got a lovely sandwich. I feel camera shy trying to put this in my mouth.
Shove it in. Oh, can you hear that sausage? This is so nice and dainty.
Oh my God. I think I'd like that if it was hot.
May I have a bite of the sausage?
You may.
This is like a CBeebies sandwich, yours. Mine's more like
Did you like
MTV. No, I loved it, yes.
This is chocolate spread and strawberries and brioche.
I just wanted, because I used both sausages on you, so I didn't really get to try much.
Jordan looks very happy.
Henry, you can't tell me that sausage isn't really good.
It is a great sausage, but I've had better sausages.
I'm not even being smutty. I'm not being lewd. I don't give a fuck about innuendo. That's a good sausage.
Said the actress to the bishop.
I guess that can slide because of this is
yeah.
Valentine's one.
I don't think either. I mean, we're not doing very well with sandwiches at the moment. I don't think either of these make the breadboard. It's not the breadboard.
Well, how can you beat a Claridge's Club sandwich?
I know, it's quite difficult.
That sausage is so nice.
You're just going to sit and eat sausages now?
No, I'm just having another bite.
Okay. Please keep that in.
No one goes on the breadboard.
No.
But Nick Ferrari would be proud.
Anyway.
Nick Ferrari's going to get a restraining order. LBC Burger.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Club Sandwich with me, Henry Salden.
And me, Jordan Sanger.
It's been a very romantic one, hasn't it?
It's been smutty.
It's been quite smutty.
Romantic, yeah.
I hope you will still listen next week.
A disclaimer, I do want to marry Henry. It's a case of him, whether he wants to marry me.
what a turn of events.
I'm playing it coyly, but the bitch over there needs to pull his finger out. Not of an orifice.
You've had a couple of glasses of champagne.
I only had one, you cheeky shit. Right.
Anyway, subscribe and follow so you're the first to know about every new episode.
If you're on TikTok, it's at Club Sandwich.
Just say search Club Sandwich podcast.
If you're the person on Instagram, we're still waiting to hear from you. Click follow. Yes, cheers.
Email us at clubsandwich@insanity.com with any of your club counselling submissions.
No more smut, though.
Any life updates you think we might find entertaining.
We're raising the tone when it comes to the next episode, which is...
We're going rural and organic.
No, rural, yes.
Are you okay? What are you giggling at? We're going to the countryside.
So it's going to be organic, birds chirping and tweeting, and it's going to be great.
I don't know what's going on. See you next time.
Bye.